matchups. They actually have, you know, they can use their heroes to actually body around those towers to fight. When last time it just felt like the game was over after the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, Arteezy. He has been found here. Bushwhack into the stun. They'll block off his escape.
Snaking to the blast.
What? They're not going to quite... Or maybe the axes. What? Not going to quite get him. Arteezy will live.
He got a little, you see that little grin from
I mean, you certainly would there. You just had pretty much the whole team surrounding you on that first blood attempt, but not quite able to bring you down.
The stick saved him. Right, he popped the stick. He would have died 100% if he didn't have it. So nice for Arteezy that he doesn't have to waste anything really. He just goes right back to base. He can walk back out. Now Ruins though does maybe see like Tundra might be able to claim themselves 3 perhaps because they know the Bloodseeker can't be out on the map. So they're going to try to body this one here. And yeah, it looks like it should be the 3 for Tundra because of that move. So a couple things to mention. I know Panel was talking about it quite a lot. First we'll watch Crit take significant amount of damage from Pugna and from DK. The Beastmaster, the Axes, right, versus this Bloodseeker. Pretty cool, and I think it is going to be the build that he goes for since he is versus Bloodseeker and Enchantress. It's magical damage. So, you know, Bloodseeker, he's got crazy armor.
Yep.
Axes, magic. So, we've seen 33 do this a lot. And we'll see how it ends up going for him.
Let's have a look. This time around, yeah, Tiny. Crit. He's going to be playing down here, helping out Nightfall.
This is quite a strong lane from Tundra. A lot of people don't really look at Pugna as this like crazy harasser, but this hero is insane as 4 and 5. The amount of pressure that you just put off from right clicks. You have great animation, great nuke, insane mana pool. Crit's going to start pulling since they're double melee versus this lane. Double blocks the camps. Nicely done from Crit.
Not a lot that Snaking can do.
No.
Mess with this sort of move.
That is the one thing. It's like, yo, Pugna, great harassment, great ways to zone heroes and stuff like that, but you're not going to be able to stop anybody from pulling lanes. And we see top, yeah, Jarex, he's just gone for the heal in this lane. Try to offset some of that pressure from the axes. Snaking with some cool positioning. Love when the 5 positions do this, when you do see people pulling. Does have to watch out for being tossed, though. They're pinging.
I mean, yeah, they're trying.
Has to be careful for this. He's going to die. Tier 2 versus like...
All right, yeah, he weren't ready for that one. He weren't ready for that. Easy first blood for Nightfall there, thanks to Crit in the toss.
A bit of a big mistake there from Snaking, honestly, because he knew he had toss. He used it earlier, so just stepped a little too close. Maybe he thought he was playing right around like the max range of the toss, but great play from EG.
Really good punish. So far in the top lane, Arteezy getting just as much as 33 out of this lane.
And much more even lanes this time around.
I'll see bottom. I've got the level 2 now on Crit.
Some great toss backs. A lot of creeps there, too. Another ward is down. They'll have to switch their attention to it. Easy money. So another ward in this game is also going to be one thing we have to keep eyes on it, because versus Storm Spirits, the damage reduction is pretty crazy how much that another ward is going to do in later stages. Another toss
back.
Tanky, though.
Not enough damage to take out Skeeter.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's got plenty of stick charges as well.
But he's suffering. You know, even though he's been using stun to try to secure last hits from versus that Tide, because of that lane pull, 7-2 on the DK, 12-1 on Tidehunter. 33.
Not going to be able to dive him anymore. Saxa buying him a bit of time with that bushwhack.
TZ's got to be a little careful. The axes. He does have 9 wands. 9. Getting pushed out of lane. This is making the Bloodseeker super fast. And Crit's got to maybe be able to toss Abed on top of him. He's trying.
I mean, this is going to be a fair bit of time that 9's running around.
He's fully zoned out. And Arteezy just continues. This actually just might be better just leave him there, right? Because then Arteezy gets the huge benefit in the laning phase. It's Nightfall. Left alone bottom for a moment.
Oh, he's a bit safer now with the Ring of Health picked up. Top. They're making another attempt onto 33.
Oh! He just... Okay. Bushwhack will end up missing.
Yeah, this should be an easy kill here for EG. They take out 33. The lanes looking like a whole lot better than this game one that we saw just now.
I think 33 maybe messed with Soxa a little bit there. Soxa threw the tree down to stun on it, and he cut the tree with the axes, so a little bit of anti-synergy coming out in that top lane. Yeah, all 3 lanes.
That's
much better. And another one.
It's going to be another one here for EG. Oh, fairy fire. Doesn't matter. RTZ dives in. Taking another kill on this top lane. Things going very well for the Bloodseeker and Enchantress duo against the Beast and the Hoodwink. And over towards the river. 9. He's got a shield crash.
He's under attack.
Use the water rune. Will he be okay? Looks like he'll be okay. Continues to be dropped to very low HP though. So Bloodseeker, as we said, RTZ benefiting from a lot, but at the very least for Tundra, Soxa will be able to fill that bottle.
He's having a dream time top. I mean, bottom.
Raindrop
burst through Nightfall this time. Still hard. After that initial burst, not any sort of significant damage to come coming afterwards. So Nightfall able to hang around on as low HP as he is in this lane.
Seeing this mid matchup, the Storm versus Pango, you'd expect it to be like this, the Storm getting this advantage, and Nightfall again.
I mean, he's really pushing it down there.
So he should just get out Raindrop again. Yeah, looking at the Storm, having such a good game, and looking at Tundra's heroes, the one thing I could see become a bit of a problem maybe is just locking him down. I think that's why they went for that DK last pick, to have a immediate stun for him, because Bushwhack and even Roar, some of these spells can be a bit telegraphed. You can kind of play around them as Storm, so...
Yeah, it's going to be down to the blink timings on Nine and Skeeter.
So it could end up being a really good game for Abed because of that. Even though we were talking about how Tundra, their group up is really strong, Abed, if he's able to get a good lead, could just break the group up from getting pickoffs on side lanes always. Crit. Continuing to pull waves. I mean, this one's a little bit weirder.
So they got the catch on the mid. All right, Abed.
All right.
He was not ready for that one. Soxa just catches him with a Bushwhack. Yeah, he did not expect that at all, Abed. That's a very big kill there for them to get, especially after such the start that Abed was having in that lane.
Gets the Pango back into the game. He's going to have...
Yeah.
He gets the rune because of it too, so now he's got Illusion to keep his presence on the map. Stays full HP.
Gotta be careful.
Huge catch.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for this Hoodwink sneaking around the map.
Especially the Soxa Hoodwink, right?
He'll always be there.
He's probably the best Hoodwink to me. Like him and maybe Jinkyu. I'd probably give it to Jinkyu, but him and Soxa are excellent on this hero. And always good to set up kill Skeeter.
I mean, Abed's going for an aggressive move bottom. He's gonna have to use that last bit of mana to get away as Soxa TP's in.
You don't have the damage. Like Storm already got small nerfs and stuff like that, but into Pugna Ward as well. Like your damage is a lot weaker than before. Ravage.
Gonna commit back in for Soxa. But the pullback with the Vortex. Soxa, he's still alive though. Abed could not quite finish him off. And now still incredibly low on mana. Abed, he's in a whole world of trouble here. He'll get taken out.
That was definitely the damage nerfs, right? That was like the overload damage nerf from 10 damage. Also the Pugna Ward being placed down to negate some of that. Soxa lives with just a sliver of HP. And that was Ravage committed.
That was Ravage used and nothing being gained there for EG. They themselves only losing mid. Crit will be able to find Soxa on the way back home.
Sneaky.
That's a sort of a couple of back-to-back deaths now for Abed. Now he's been slowed down. I mean, you look at where he's standing down the net worth. He's now lowest out of the cores in this game.
After having a pretty much flawless lane phase for the first 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And he does have to play into that DK instant stun, so that's it's also going to be one thing that could be problematic. And yeah, just damage reduction. Really, Nether Ward is something that is just such a good ability right now, especially versus heroes like Storm.
So having a look around those power runes, Abed will get a good one.
Okay.
He's got the Arcane and he's ready to make moves with it. He's straight in. They've got the Avalanche into the Bloodbright. Snaking a 9. Very much dead here. Maybe with the pushback they can turn things. Snaking's still alive. He'll get another blast out, but he will still fall. EG get the 2 kills as Abed very quick to make that movement. And this time backed up by a squad and in a much safer area to fight. They don't have any trouble getting those 2.
Great collapse. Yeah, I love that RTZ even comes in, sees the Pango, throws a Rupture, doesn't care, just wants to get involved a little bit more early. Now they're even getting tower pressure. Saw the Enchantress take over a range creep.
I do have the Roar now.
This tower is almost going down.
I mean, they're TPing in, but How much Snake can really do to slow down this push. He's got to be careful. I mean, Crit's trying to get in with the toss. Well, it's there. Heads him back over towards Abed. They've got the pullback with the Vortex. Abed is taking a lot of damage.
He's dead.
He is dead indeed. They get the kill on Snake King, but losing Abed, they were taking a lot of damage from the ward as he used his final few spells to get that kill.
9. Can't quite finish off the Enchantress, but yeah, just gotta keep saying it. You know, Pugna Ward versus Storm. Right there, you saw how much it was able to do. Abed, another death. Even though they're able to get this tower, it does get denied.
On top, they catch Jerax. So he's able to walk this one off. TPs are coming in, and that will mean that 33 can't commit further. And now Abed, zip across, and with the help of Arteezy and a Bloodbright, they'll take out 33.
9 looks like he found himself a solo kill onto the Tiny. Abed just being super active. Kind of how he always plays on the Storm, but it's turning up to literally everything.
That absolutely can work out if Arteezy's getting the space stand at the top. So far, so good here from him on the Bloodseeker.
And Enchantress now has the level 3 enchant. Has had it since the level 5, so now he can take those big creeps to be able to continue pressuring. Abed.
Over here now.
Top, they've got the Roar on Artur.
Do they have follow-up? Doesn't quite look like it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And what's that rune bottom does look like it's going to be a DD. So rune control now for Abed.
Immediate smoke up.
Getting better.
Get something going here. They'll pop the rune straight away.
Smoke from Tundra too.
Radiant are scanning.
They're going to scan. They'll find Jerax. Should be able to kill him with the Pugna as well as that Pango, yeah.
Yeah, they've got good amount. Some magical damage. Bottom lane, they'll collapse in onto Skeeter. He's able to get out of the blood right. They'll still have enough damage to take him out here. Abed and Arteezy continuing to join forces very early on in this game and make these moves, getting Artur incredibly involved.
And making sure that they continue to give Abed this rune control. I think that's one of the most important things. The Storm Spirit is just playing around these 2-minute runes so you can pressure with your nulls. So I did see both the Enchantress and the Tiny Crit were checking that. So I just want them to continue doing that. Honestly, just keep playing around the mid lane for the most part, just checking those. Right now they'll sit bottom to get this tower. But yeah, keep enabling the Storm.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Another tower.
Yeah, it's got the 6 now.
This is really early towers for EG's lineup. Even though they have the Enchantress, just able to set up like this when Tundra's gone for these like safer lanes with this DK safe lane. Yeah, this is pretty huge. As Arteezy and Maelstrom's about to be done, all the way at the top.
Absolutely, and once he has that Maelstrom, compared to the carry DK, he'll be able to farm quite a bit faster, at least until the shards there, of course. Once Skeeter hits the 15 minutes, then he'll be able to keep on track with the Bloodseeker, but until that point, Arteezy should continue to take over and stay at the top.
And he's always going to have the better core-to-core matchup versus DK because he gets his shard, and he's versus the strength, and he's versus Pango too for his rupture because that's going to be the main target that he's able to go for every time. Yeah, it's looking good for Arteezy. Tundra's lineup is not, it does not have the traditional carry. They want to be more about that group up and go once they get once they feel comfortable with 1 or 2 item timings. But EG after this great laning phase has definitely slowed that down.
Trying to get into Tundra's triangle. Tundra doing their best to hold EG back from this area. Now, EG still want to get involved. Abed. They want to fight aggressively. They have Ravage.
Okay.
So it's now hard for Tundra to really step up and push EG away from their Ancients.
It's fully scouted, though, from Hawk. And that is a defusal for 9. So the Tidehunter has to be very careful right now. Nightfall. Could just get oomed. Jerax. This is too much burst, but he actually gets pushed.
Still get taken out here. Maybe EG can do something in return. They'll get the jump over to 9. There's the Ravage, no holding back from Nightfall. Continues to keep that lockdown going on to 9. The Roar is there onto Abed and the pushback. They're going to be able to chase down probably both of these. It has got the hood. There's going to be enough to get Nightfall out of this. Another round of the axes, and Tundra, the 4 of them, just running down this tide.
They got him.
They'll burn him out. They'll even be able to pick up their bounty rune on top of it.
Another Ravage, and it only ends up getting the Pango. Tundra's able to strike back, and it's right around mid. So the DK form able to just hit the mid tower too, and Jerax shows himself. Nice uses with the Wild Wing. That's 2 times now that he's been able to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Shoving himself to the side.
Yeah,
dodging
really clever.
some of these follow-ups.
Crit, trying to get a toss back, can't find a target though.
I mean, Abed wants to fight. The ward is down, so they've got to get rid of that ward quickly. Jerax, he'll get on top of that. Abed's still got plenty of mana, but there's the full 5 of Tundra around here. And no Ravage. Of course, on Nightfall, it's a hard fight for EG to push into now.
Yeah, Tundra can definitely look to fight this one. There's no Ravage, but Abed looking for a catch.
9. The Avalanche, the Rupture, 9. They'll try and get the Thunder going, but the toss is there. They'll burst through the Pango. Run down Snaking. Arteezy, very, very speedy. They'll settle with just the 2 of them. A good 2 kills for EG and no losses themselves this time.
Great layering of spells. I mean, the Avalanche, the stun, the combos, perfectly done so that the Pango can't get his Rolling Thunder off. Even though Snaking was healing him. EG continuing to impress in this game. Only a 1k gold lead for the time being, but being able to be the aggressors, even take over the enemy triangle is huge at these moments.
Absolutely, and as we say with their heroes, very good potential for them as the game goes on.
Yeah.
This Bloodseeker, you know, it's a good game for a carry Bloodseeker, and Arteezy is having a fantastic start.
Yeah, if he's able to get the timings, right? If he gets the Scotty, if he gets the Shard and his BKB or whatever, it's going to be almost impossible for Tundra to win the games. So there we see this perfect layering of the stuns, the Avalanche, waiting till the Rolling Thunder is almost done, the toss. Yeah, really nicely done from Crit and Abed. Speaking of Crit,
the 2 of them can take him down. And have that big old burst here off the back of the ultimate, but it isn't enough. Crit's able to walk it off, and Jerax is there to keep him safe.
Yeah, Skeeter. Like this is the safe lane DK as well too. Look at his items. Feels a bit awkward.
Yeah, you just got to expect that Tundra, they're going to have to find all the plays once he has the blink done on the Shard. Like that is going to be Tundra's go time. If they're not killing heroes with the blink and the Shard done on Skeeter, it's going to be tough.
He showed his face.
He has 33 at his side, but again, the control. It's too much. Crit, well, he's also going to be able to step away in time as Arteezy clears out the boars. EG getting these kills, not losing anything themselves.
Tundra's not really looking to group up almost at all, it seems like, and they just keep getting picked up from the Storm Spirit. Abed has really got their number right now. Abed and Crit just playing together onto this Pango. And look at Jerax. He's like, okay. Take out most of this tower here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tomato Revenge. And he'll finish it all by himself.
Radiant's top tower has
That definitely poses a bit of a concern, right? Tundra can't even go to set up for an Enchantress who's solo taking because of the control that EG has of the map. They see the Tidehunter in the area, so they don't even want to go near up top. Probably expecting more.
Yeah, how would you know that Skeeter should nearly have his blink right?
It's pretty close.
Gold. Looking towards Nightfall, but this
he cut the tree.
It's a hard hero to go on as well.
He quelling that instantly. He knew it was coming in. Yeah, till the blink on the DK, they don't have good ways to start the fight still. They have Roar, they have this Hoodwink, but as we've seen now multiple times, EG's prepared for it.
And it's, you know, that potential move's going to be held back again, of course, with the Elder Dragon form pop there. He's going to have the blink done, but Skeeter's still going to have to wait for over a minute until he's really ready to commit once more with the blink and the next round of Dragon form.
And Arteezy just continues to free farm. And as we said, his matchup is just going to get better and better as game continues.
So because so you get the BKB, then the Shard.
BKB Shard Scotty, or BKB Scotty Shard, depending on... I mean, he has a couple options, honestly, this game. But those I would imagine would be the best. Maybe he wants to throw a Basher into the mix at some point too, but...
On the mid.
Get the grab, pulls him out of range of the life train though, but he'll kill himself trying to use the heal.
Yeah, it was sort of stuck in that place where, do I die to the burn or die to trying to get the heal off? Dead either way there, Jerax. He chooses the ward way out.
Nightfall, he's broken.
He's going to put the Ravage. I don't think he's going to be able to walk away from this. Oh, he's not. Maybe it would have been worth holding on to the Ravage in that situation.
Do they go Roche? Do they just
there's no even if Nightfall was to have that buyback, no threat of a Ravage. So
okay,
Tundra, this is go time. They've got the blink on the DK. They're ready to get kills.
They're looking for kills instead. Jerax just respawns and will die immediately. Quick move from Tundra, trying to take advantage of Ravage being cooled down.
Well, that's the thing. I think this is going to continue for the whole time that Ravage isn't available. We're going to see Tundra go, go, go.
We are seeing Abed, though, and Arteezy. They're still just continuing to free farm, but as we said, yeah, Roche, the next thing on the menu. And that should pretty much be Helm of Overlord done. I think just about.
All right.
Yep. And as the panel did mention, yes, a 3% increase on that lifesteal. Is this some epic Roshan music we got going on right now?
Someone pressed the wrong button. Slacks! Get him off the desk.
I thought it was actually for the Roshan kill. I was like, wow, that was really epic. I guess that's the new Roshan kill music.
Music coming in. I was just glad it wasn't electricity. I was like, hang on, what's happening? We have got a storm in this game, but...
Aggressive ward placed down.
Well, there we go.
Again, Jarak just back to back to back.
It's hard for him now. I mean, you said it yourself. When the Enchantress comes out early in the draft, you know they're going to pick heroes that can blow you up, and that's very much the case here from Tundra's lineup. They get one sort of catch, they've got no struggle killing a support Ench at this stage.
They picked the Ench into the Pugna. Pugna, one of the better ones to actually kill that Ench. Hard seeing this timing. The group up now for Tundra, starting to kick in. Got the Helm, they've got the Aegis, they've got their Blinks and Initiations ready.
Yeah, they're not slowing down.
No.
They're not slowing down. You're going to see Tundra continue to just play into the faces of EG.
Nice little inhibit there from 9. As we know, inhibit versus the defusal versus neutral creeps, it holds them in place rather than just being slow.
And EG, they will have a solid chance of fighting back, of course, against this pressure, because both BKBs are now done. Arbed and Arteezy, they've got them online.
Okay.
And I imagine Ravage should be up fairly shortly.
Yep. Should be. 15 seconds or so.
Yep.
They can definitely look to take a fight. Tundra smoked on their side.
Yeah, they can still fight, even if Tundra, they do have sort of that Aegis. EG aren't scared to take a fight.
Aye, and he'll show himself.
Go for Nightfall. See if Nightfall's able to even live long enough to get the Ravage out. They're holding him in position with the Roar. You see Arbed jumping on the backlines, but Nightfall, he's out of the fight. Arbed commits him with a BKB onto 33. They bring down the Beastmaster. 9 looking towards Arteezy. It will jump up to the cliff, but Arteezy's getting a bit of a cleanup here. Double kill, triple kill. They can't deal with this Bloodseeker right now, as they've lost 4. There's the Aegis taken out of the hands of 9. He's going to try and jump forward aggressively, in fact, with the Swashbuckle. And can 9 and Skeeter still keep this fight going? I don't think they can. Crits him with the toss. 9's in underneath the tower and into the reach of Arteezy. He'll jump out with the Swashbuckle.
The disarm.
Can they finish him? He needs one more hit here from Jerax. There it is. Impetus back up. 9 goes down. And indeed, EG not scared at all to take that fight. They're in with the BKBs, and we're absolutely seeing how strong Arteezy can be on the Bloodseeker in these sort of fights at this stage with those first 2 major items done.
Just picked up the Brigand's Blade, I believe, before that fight too, so his damage started going through the roof real quick, and that's all without Ravage. I think it just came up as he got hit by that last shield crash and died to his good control from Tundra, but either way, EG hold their ground and Arteezy able to just stick on targets easily.
Yeah, it was a sort of good opening from Tundra, indeed, just all out onto the Tide, eliminating the threat of the Ravage. But yeah, these BKB reveals from Arteezy and Arbed, too much for Tundra to deal with, even with those 2 lives on 9.
So much damage that he's doing in that fight. Back into it.
Oh, Nightfall. So he's dead again in the mid.
Wow.
I don't know how he got there that quickly, but Tundra, they were able to push him back as quickly as he stepped out.
Yeah, they keep just using the hoodwink thing to break him, so he can't actually reset himself away.
Ooh, can they get the jump? Not quite.
That's 3 simultaneous smokes almost, it feels like, for Tundra in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's battle time here from both squads.
Yep. No Tide for 30. They want Arteezy.
See if Skeeter can get that jump. Ooh, Jerax.
They'll see him. That ward, the same ward from before. Gonna catch him again.
I'll see how much of a push they can get going here. Tier 2 are already starting to fall. Tundra, they're able to definitely create quite a few of these openings. A few times now when Nightfall has died, and just with the Tide gone, Tundra, they'll push for these objectives and they'll get them. A second tier 2 taken here 22 minutes in.
It really limits the map a lot. Arteezy, we see he purchased the Shard. He's got that Basher queued up next, but he's not able to farm too safely. Also, to point out too, he went for stats, by the way. So level 1 Blood Right. Bit interesting when he's playing versus like Pango. I guess he just wants to be tankier and stuff like that, but yeah, kind of cool. The silence is very valuable versus like a hero like the Pango, but he just wants to be doing all that right-click damage and just be tankier as well too, which will help.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen a couple people do that on carry heroes, especially like the Void. We saw 1 point in time dilation for a long time and them doing stats and stuff like that.
No, and interesting, because I guess with the talent, you always pretty much take the spell amp anyway, because I would have wondered if he was going for the stats, you would want the attack speed, but it's just what's really nice on his other cores. And
oh, he did take the spell amp.
He took the spell amp, right, and he went for the stats, so...
Yeah, that's actually... I mean, he can just throw it on the Storm.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
so,
right? He's
yeah.
going to make Abed super strong.
Yeah.
With that plus 8%. And so it's a lot of boost.
And we're about to have the timing. 1 minute. Those nulls, they'll kick in. So yeah, Blood Rage plus these nulls will make it really powerful.
Ooh, and an Arcane.
Arcane DD.
Oh, there we go.
This is like the holy trinity right now of timings. 25 minutes about to kick in. DD, Arcane plus Blood Rage amplification. Let's see.
All right. So what did that sort of bring up the total spell amp to when you take that into account? That's what a 38%. Yeah, that's quite some spell amp there. You can't buy that.
Definite one-shot territories with zips. And as you did see, most of the time it is the attack speed taken. So it's just specifically for this scenario, switching it up a little bit.
And Abed will get himself out next to another null, and then look towards that Aghanims. And then in itself, the sort of the amount of AoE control is going to be insane. These vortexes into the Blood Rights, the Ravages, team fight from EG, very, very strong.
So 2K lead though. Tundra, they've done their damage, but okay, 25 minutes, boom, nulls are on, and he's got that Arcane as we mentioned, so.
Now see if EG can get this fight going around Nightfall. They've got to be there by his side. Make sure that he can live long enough to get the Ravage out.
About to have his Ags too, so that's going to help RTZ continue to go off in the fights too. So let's just get a gush on a couple of these heroes. Tundra, they'll continue to play as a unit for the most part. Sticking together. We see that Iron, of course, going for Lincoln's next. Wanted to protect himself versus that Rupture. Yeah, multiple forms of initiation, of course, for Tundra too. One of the advantages I would say they have in some of these fights is with the vision and with the multiple forms of initiation and BKB disables. EG a little lacking on that. They do have the Tide and Tide and Tiny, great initiation, but not a BKB piercing disable on their side, just a Rupture.
Once again, of course, this incredible push from Tundra, meaning that they take down these objectives very easily. All tier 2s off the map now for EG, whilst they themselves yet to be able to take any tier 2 down on Tundra's side.
They do see Skeeter now, so I do expect the Tundra might be split up a little bit because of that TP. And they catch anything with it, though. The scan does look like it was successful.
And Nightfall's looking to step in on this.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, lost his courier. Dragon.
Was able to get the items first, though.
The Dragon's just going to keep cutting this wave.
Yeah, who's sort of heading back to deal with the Dragon? Because indeed, with this sort of micro, he'll easily be able to make sure that they may take a team fight, but even if
Tundra's
they win it...
ready for it, though. Tundra's very prepared for this one, looking to get a catch first. Can't quite. The ward is placed.
Now, I mean, who are you looking at to initiate here? It kind of has to be what sort of Storm zipping in, unless Nightfall's just simply able to walk up.
They could still do some Rupture tossback plays and stuff too, but not the easiest.
No.
They're playing versus the Beastmaster, so overall EG will not have that vision to get the jumps first.
Let's get started.
As Tundra started to pull a bit ahead here on the gold.
I mean, and
4K lead.
just, they haven't got any creep waves to play with, so they're sort of hovering around to look for this play.
And now,
but even if they get
pressure.
Even if they sort of get that play, unlikely they're able to push anything off the back of it straight away.
They are going to have to, they're gonna have to address this. Yeah,
EG's got to do something. They were waiting a long time around the mid to make a move. It never fell into their hands here. Tundra avoiding it.
The tower is going to die pretty soon. Abed will deal with it. But now they know Abed's in base, so now they're looking a little bit perhaps on Tundra.
And now can EG take a fight 4 versus 5? That might be difficult.
He can zip pretty far. They'll take the Hawk, so now Jarax has one of his own for some vision.
And they'll get the kill. There's the Ravage, but already the BKB and the Rolling Thunder were out. They have the control on Arteezy. He's stuck in the river. Arteezy is dead. He's out for 70 seconds. And with their Bloodseeker gone, EG, they don't have a fight to take anymore. They've got to run.
Completely
Prick goes down.
They played it perfect.
I mean, they're now straight into Roche. EG, I think they're sort of getting in their own heads, right? We're seeing sort of Tundra outmaneuver them, and EG, they get split up. They're not quite prepared there for Tundra to take that fight to them. And once more, the Ravages are coming out, but Tundra, they're too quick with the reactions. See them, Abed and Nightfall still trying to mess with them around the pit. Tundra, another zip forward. Abed really trying to to challenge this Roshan attempt.
Still has the regen.
Can go for another one. He's in on the pit. He's coming in for. He's able to do it. He gets the kill. He gets the Aegis, and he also gets out with that last bit of mana. Abed grabbing back with a huge move there after a very few sort of bad situations and scenarios for EG. Abed, I mean, if they lose that Aegis into the hands of Tundra, you know that Tundra's going to be pushing and probably taking at least a set of racks. So Abed keeping the sort of EG's side in check here.
Unneeded, yeah, much needed. Who got the shard? Didn't actually get to see who picked it up.
Oh, where'd that go? Oh, we'll see here on the replay. This is Abed preparing. Actually, what is this?
I think this was before the fight or something. I'm not sure. So shard was 33. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, Sims may still have that 5k lead, Tundra. As I say, Storm with an Aegis can definitely give EG a pretty good possibility of taking a fight into these pushes that Tundra will probably still keep coming at EG with.
They're just getting a bit too much of an advantage versus this Bloodseeker. It's like these, like you said, the Ravages are coming up, but they're starting to get ways to deal with it. Even BKBs on Beastmaster and stuff too. So Arteezy may be very farmed, and Abed may be able to snatch Aegises and stuff, but he is under. Now he needs to. Okay, I was gonna say, what's it gonna be next for Arteezy to try to stop it from getting just fully chain stunned from this DK?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Lincoln's.
He's gotta have it. Yeah. These sort of stray stuns that come out. You know, once one of them hits, it's highly likely that Arteezy just doesn't get the opportunity to pop his BKB in these fights.
Very likely just gets 100 to 0'd if he does get DK stunned.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant
Saxa
structures are fortified.
looking for some sort of setup down bottom. See if the rest of Tundra want to join.
They're gonna set up. He's gonna try to get Arteezy here.
See if he can get the opening. Will BKB immediately. As soon as he sees that tree, Arteezy's not messing around. Pots the BKB, walks away. Has to, absolutely there. If he gets caught in that opening stun, huge chance that he gets taken out.
Does Tundra look to do something with this timing now? BKB on cooldown for a minute.
Sure.
Their lane top is good. Mid needs to be addressed maybe a tiny bit, but could potentially look to do something with that cooldown. He didn't finish it off. No money for Abed.
There we go. Aghanim's on the Storm.
Okay. So further forms of control. We have seen most of the times they do eat it as fast as they can, but right now he cannot. But yeah, we do see more of the control, and he's got the talent too, so that these things could be pretty helpful, because that can also help them versus the Pango to control him. As we mentioned, the Pango went for the Lincolns, so to protect him versus Rupture, but won't protect versus that Ags pull. As yeah, we'll see it again, Abed. He just walks up. It's kind of funny the way it happens too, but nothing they can do to prevent it.
So very, very nice play there, and a portion of the game where EG was starting to get shaken up a bit by Tundra's control.
Ooh, Abed. Feeling a little bit of that pressure there, right? He's like, oh man, I really needed to steal this Aegis, so the game was probably just over. As we see Skeeter picks up his item, he's got his Ags, level 19. We've got that Black Dragon online. More forms of just tankiness and protection. And we've got Black Dragon with this huge magic resist, and also the Nether Ward reducing magic damage.
He's going to step in. They get the jump. They're going to go fully out onto 9. So if they can bring down this Pango, they can. EG surround the Pangolier. 9's gone.
Underestimated you.
Throwing literally everything onto him, but definitely worth it.
Let's see what they can get done with this.
60 seconds.
Where's the creep waves out at the moment? Top lane's being pushed out by Tundra.
They got good vision down now too. They've controlled the triangle area. And Tundra perhaps feeling a little hesitant to make a move of their own because of that Aegis on the Storm. 40 seconds left on it though. Very close game though, this time around.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, that's big.
That is the
Lincoln's taking out Snaking, able to find it.
It was still about 800 gold short of it, but without a doubt he's going to get that gold quicker than the respawn of his courier, so all in all will mean a delay to that pickup.
Could be a timing here for Tundra again. Respawning on the Pango soon. Tidehunter Ravage is going to be gone. still, and the Aegis also will be gone, so could potentially look to smoke out if they do have their lanes in good positions. Right now, they're not in the best. They're trying to force out them, but
Ahmed.
using EG, he's doing the Aegis.
Yeah,
he's using the Aegis regen.
Using that last bit, indeed. Tundra's back in at 9. He's going to go straight away with the Rolling Thunder. EG, they've got to run. Jarek's probably going to get left behind here. As 9, we'll see if we can catch anything more, but Abed making sure that he's far, far away there.
Ooh, giving Skeeter the illusions. He's gonna be able to, that's going to help them split push those lanes out pretty decently. We've seen EG continue to keep the lanes in a good spot for themselves.
Solid item choice for 9 coming up next as well. He wants the Eon Disc, making sure that EG can't get away with that sort of commitment to just blow him up at the beginning of a fight.
Does feel perfect. I think if he doesn't die right at the start of the fight, they just win
They get the opening. Arteezy, who was able to get out with the BKB. They'll turn with the Rupture to try and hold back Skeeter, but still the hits are coming in hard. Arteezy, BKB comes to an end, and so does his life.
Skeeter just able to stick on him. The Rupture doing nothing.
And they had no way to get to him. It's pretty far out there, Artur, and the BKB alone at this stage, it won't save him.
That, like, the best possible catch they could find as Aegis is getting reclaimed and no Ravage. Able to just get on top of Arteezy. Look at the top net worth, by the way. I don't think it's something that you would expect, but 33 as the Beastmaster because of his microing.
It really is. We've seen how much he's been cutting the waves, just clearing out creep after creep. He's got sort of 250 CS here on the Beastmaster.
And now he's got an Orchid. Bit of a cool pickup, but whenever those BKBs will be down, it's going to be amazing. And also just versus Tidehunter.
And a very nice little Lincoln's breaker.
This is very true.
And the push, it could be coming in pretty big here. 30 seconds, no carry for EG.
This will likely just be a Rax. Ravage is actually back up. See what they can do. Look how tanky this DK is, too. Next to that Granite Golem, 4,400 HP.
Abed teasing at them with the Vortex.
Tundra being a bit hesitant.
I know Arteezy's back up in 10.
Pushing versus the Storm can be a bit difficult. They don't want to just lose a support to just a zip. But we'll reset themselves.
Yeah, they don't want to lose a fight as well this close to the Roshan respawn.
They gained so much ground, though. That pickoff was absolutely massive. Like, it feels like Skeeter just finished his Ags, and now he has another 3,000-something gold. 9 just finished the Aeon Disc. He has another 2,000-something gold. They all just picked up so much from finding Arteezy.
Yeah, and the sort of combination of what's coming out. You know, once that AC is there, you throw that into the pushing power that Tundra have, and if EG lose another fight and people don't have buybacks, 2 racks, maybe even the game's going down. Arteezy bottom lane having to put that BKB as soon as he sees 9. He just cannot take any sort of chances. He's got to play it safe. Lincoln's is now out and delivered towards him.
If he had the Lincolns before, he might not have died bottom. Like, he wouldn't have got caught by the initial stun, so him losing that courier earlier was definitely pretty relevant.
No, absolutely, yeah.
And the lane pressure, we see that's happened now because of it. Arteezy dead for 70. We see all lanes now shoved onto EG's side. They're getting a bit stuck inside of their base now. Tundra free farms the map. More forms of initiation, too. 33, he's got Blink queued up when he's able to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that honestly is going to be the huge terror here for Arteezy. If he's in with a Blink, Orchid Roar, it's, you know, he can do that very, very quickly, 33. So Arteezy has to be as prepared as ever to put that BKB as soon as, you know, Tundra even sort of breathe in his direction. You know, he's got to be ready to react.
They have to get the initiation, really. They have to start the fight. They have to delete one of the heroes on the side of Tundra, but 9, as you mentioned, he has Aeon.
Gonna try and come in here, but he's able to get that BKB and the ults off.
His team's
and yeah, he's not going to TP out of this one. He's going to stick around. Nightfall pops the Ravage. It will only connect onto the Pugnut. A Snaking. He's even going to be able to continue walking this one off. They won't even be able to finish off him. So unfortunately for EG, another move where Ravage used and nothing gained.
And look at the Roche timer. 44 seconds. Ravage used. Tundra's just going to be able to walk in there.
Yeah, Tundra's feeling very comfortable right now and comfortable enough to just get straight back in for an aggressive move.
They don't know that timer, though. So first what they're going to do is smoke up, look for a fight. Since that Ravage is down, they have an Arcane on 9. Even though he doesn't have Rolling Thunder, he's feeling strong.
Arteezy. He's got to be ready to react. And with the shield crash, there's the BKB. We'll try and turn and commit it onto 9, but the Eon Disc will keep 9 safe. He's off to the side. Arteezy now with the remainder of this BKB having to run 33.
He's roared.
They break the linkers, they've got the roar, they lock down the Bloodseeker. Arteezy still trying to run. His rest of his team will keep the distance for him to back off. Chase, the swashbuckle jump forward with the shard of Skeeter. It's burning them down. They've got the stun control on Jerax, but Arteezy will live. They're able to get him out of there.
Whose force was that? Someone, I think Arteezy was going to get caught by that bushwhack, but either way, 9. Now with the ult.
I mean, Abed's dipping in on this. It's a 3-man vortex. Any sort of follow-up, Snaking and Saxa both getting very low, but 9 and 33 off to the side.
My.
Take out Abed. And 2 buybacks already coming out from EG. Arteezy's trying to run in on this, but his BKB's still on cooldown for 30 seconds. The linkers has been broken. Arteezy's got to back off. Big hit coming in with the ultimate from Saxa. They'll force Nightfall back up to the high ground. There's a couple of buybacks here coming in from EG. Not able to find any kills. Tundra still stand all 5 alive.
Like, the damage that came out onto Abed there, just focused fully from 33 and 9, just, dies almost instantly. Arteezy also, I think he's very lucky to get out of that fight.
I thought, it looked like he was dead for sure, but his team able to save his life.
And now that Roche is back up. Tundra's just playing the macro game too good this time around. EG, they had a pretty decent, it felt like they had a pretty decent shot in this at some points in this game, but now these last like 10, 12, 15 minutes, Tundra's just playing it perfectly.
Yeah, they are. They're making it look impossible for EG. And now
there's going to be a refresher shard probably for 9.
I mean, 9's also got his refresher orb done.
Oh, okay, so then maybe give the refresher shard to the Beastmaster.
I think so. A couple of roars, even a couple of silences. He could just throw out the 2 roars to lock down Arteezy.
He definitely could. They're just hunting now. They know how much stronger they are. Storm still dead for 10 seconds.
Well, that's the jump. And Arteezy I'm going to put that BKB to get out of there. He will. Crit and also will manage to escape in time. And now the push comes in and more sort of tools added to that push where we had the leveler come out, I think, for Skeeter.
Yep.
Of course, the AC's done. Boots of Bearing picked up by Snaking.
The Witchbane on the Pango, the damage versus Storm is actually pretty massive. Also able to dispel, cleanse yourself and whatnot is really nice. I did see EG also found themselves one, so... Oh, Skeeter, the toss back.
And he's going to put the BKB and 9's in with the Rolling Thunder, controlling the 3 of them. Skeeter's not quite dead yet. He's going to get healed up by Snaking. They couldn't kill the Dragon Knight. Skeeter, too much of a target for them to deal with, even with him sort of going in close to tier 4s.
9?
Overall, the base, he nearly kills Arteezy, but Arteezy will manage to make it back into the fountain. They get the toss back on 9, but he has the Eon Disc, and he has the Thunder ready to roll out. Giants coming in, but he's ready to roll. He's ready to TP 9. He's out of there.
Oh, my God. Oh, even inside of the fountain, they can't get him. I think they had the... I was going to say, is Arteezy carrying the Witchbane? Because I saw they got one, but okay, he's using Penta. Because they could have dispelled the Aeon Disc there potentially, maybe, and gone for it. I saw that...
No, they didn't get it.
It was on the other side. Okay.
Yeah, Pango's got it.
Okay. I thought I saw one also drop from them. Maybe I'm blind or someone didn't grab it. I'm not sure. Okay. Thought they had grabbed it, but yeah, anyway, 9 lives, Aeon Disc. EG looking to strike back with their Ravage. Tundra's all ready.
I mean, they are. It's got to be a huge Ravage for Nightfall. He's not... Can he get the jump in? He's going to sort of just watch. Crit dive for now. He's waiting for the opportunity, but he's been silenced.
Look at Skeeter go.
They're having to back off. Arteezy once again having to put the BKB and TP out, but they've got the Roar to stop it. Arteezy, he'll go down. As EG, I mean, it really feels for the last 15 minutes, they just cannot take a fight against Tundra. Tundra, they're starting to get this game into similar territory as Game 1, where they're just in full control, and EG just cannot deal with them at this point.
Skeeter just walks up. He knows that they can't address him by any means. He just hits Arteezy. He's like, okay, come on. Throw spells at me. Especially now with Aegis and all that, of course, but... Nightfall.
And they're in with the jump. He's got the BKB. He'll head back to the fountain.
Skeeter's starting to hit tier 4s, though. No creep wave.
I mean, with all the tools they have, they can sort of push through that backdoor protection with everything taken into account. All these buffs. Look at that. What is it? Backdoor protection. What is it? Tundra do not care. They're taking this down just as quickly as some lineups would without the backdoor protection.
They're going to keep going.
Yep.
All right, we don't need creeps. On to the next.
I mean, they pretty much have the ideal lineup in terms of sort of damage that you can offer through that. There's just shredding the buildings. There's no sort of protection. Oh, here we go. The Ravage is a big one. And buyback's coming in, but immediately the Roar's out onto Arbed. Arbed getting locked down.
Another
the second Roar there with the refresher. Arbed's taken out. Both him and Arteezy buying back. EG, this is going to be potentially their last attempt to try and find a fight. A third buyback coming in. They'll catch 9. So if they can get anything more, they need to. EG, they've invested a whole lot into holding this fight. A big zip from Arbed. Not able to get the grab on Saxa. So what was that? 3 buybacks, all cause of EG buying back there. They are only able to get the 1 kill, so a very expensive defense coming out from Evil Geniuses.
1 Soul Rack surviving, but Tundra looks like they're going to go back in and clean it up in a moment. Actually, they got the creep waves again, EG. Able to take them out. Smoked. I just keep watching Arteezy, like his BKB, the whole duration of it is having kind of just to run away.
Yeah. And I mean, they've got to do this, EG. They invested so much into that defense. They have to go and look for kills.
And Sox is there to break it with his little camouflage.
And he's going to turn. This is going to be a buyback for 9. Tundra, they know with the buybacks used on EG, if they get one of these cores, it's going to be game over. Oh, Arteezy. BKB is still on cooldown for 12 seconds.
He's caught. So
they're in with the control. That's going to be it. GG, it's called. As Tundra will take game 2, and with that, they'll get themselves both wins in this series. 2-0 against Evil Geniuses.
Had a bit of a better showing this time, EG, for the first 20 minutes, but last 20 minutes of the game was all Tundra. Just playing perfectly around the cooldowns. Knew exactly which targets to go for, right? Like, just toying with Nightfall a couple times, even forcing some really kind of bad ravages some situations. Yeah, beautifully done again, Tundra. Continuing to impress, and this time with a bit of a different draft from what we're used to seeing for them, especially for Skeeter, playing the DK this time around.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great from him. Sort of a slow start, and